All right. Obusafo mamintia na memo kwaba. Enfamra channel iso ha. Eye nimje news nsɛm a ɛkɔ so ɔman Ghana mu dedi kan dedi ti dedi hwɛ ɛna kyerɛ yɛtena sisi ya na kyerɛ yɛde nkyerɛmu no ɛnso ɛde brɛmo na ɔman Ghana mu abrɛhosɛm ɛna atɔ yɛapono so na yɛbɛhwɛ ho nsɛm kakra na afei so other stories a ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛtimi ɛde atoa so na Ghana's High Commissioner to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Rashid Bawa, reportedly ayade said were free. Now, according to reporter Asase Radio, amode ba ye no ekyerese ene that is Thursday, March 14th, 2024, and Ira Rashid Bawa free mu ewo Nigeria. Now, the report indicates the mortal remains is expected to be flown back to Ghana for burial in accordance with Islamic culture. Bawa is a Ghanaian politician. We know a nyoma kakra bi e de fa no ho in case e bia what's in the name unim na we nyoma kakra bi e betimi aka de afa no ho na yehwe ne ho nsem kakra na afin. So moving on straight to another story ne yehwe ho nsem kakra. And also, he is a Ghanaian politician, diplomat, and a member of the New Patriotic Party. Former member of parliament a former member or a member of parliament, and then he had previously served as Ghana's ambassador to Saudi Arabia. He was the member of parliament for Akan constituency from January 7th, 2001 to January 6, 2005 as an independent candidate. In 2017, he was appointed by Nana Akufo-Addo as Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria. The late High Commissioner is the second appointee of President Akufo-Addo to have died under a week. On 7th March, that was on Thursday, and John Kuma Ofrimu, and now there's and then Thursday 14th March, a week in and John Kuma the Freeman. Now the High Commissioner, Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria, there's on so a Timmy Efrim. You ever can say Yamefa Nekra in see near Bemabushan in and so shedding, Bushan for Bemabushan in a shedding, and to way and some conclusion for Abba. Na etimi abakan si ahwe other stories ni ahwe ehon so nsem kakra abusuafo ehon na yemfa emu nkyeremu no emfa ensomo na NDC plan is on the 7th December general election because number is draw na afin so matimi de ahwe abato no ho nsem said e be as they say ebetimi abo na transparency na afin so bibia so atimi akoso na no na isi Aba Montian Abekasa NPP Amonoko no so send a strong message to the NDC. And some man no kanya banyanko na yenkote mo nsem omo de to dwane bi. Emra.
Kwame, about monitoring of elections, sir. My advice to the NDC is that you don't need drones to monitor your elections because I know you're infringing on people's rights. But how you train even your agent on that day? Vigilant. Take the quality of the training you will give them. But who told you that the one, even if it's a drone, Nipa no in Adenam should also bonus points one time. So that cannot be the solution. And in any case, no, that will also be opening up, say, all the other parties. So in an electoral area, at a polling center, you have NPP flying drone, NDC flying drone. Now, if there's a security threat, how would you know? Say this drone belongs to Ashimo, and I say it belongs to
Samioku.
No. Samioku, regional chairman. No. Divine go home. So then where are we heading to? I think, say, some of the utterances in this way, from the opposition side, it's a high-stake election, but I don't think they have to aggravate it. The national chairman too has been speaking.
General Mosquito.
The food. Yanko for meeting them. Ghana no they are liking to nam na yebechiche. Or see the befia will be between a funny nine, will be between a funny tea. I dare no cramming yen to a banning way, you know. Your friend the partitioning of Ghana. You chichem and this funny chichem kansan to the first. So if you think that the MPP is frustrating you, that the alternative no they are charging you kansan ya betnaso. And I believe, sir, that we have to also be clear as politicians and political parties. You are not just there to also just protect or seek the interest of all party supporters alone. Government policies cannot be discriminatory. If I buy the Juma bar or my Ghana phone now going to apply. My can only be in the past, and I'm one person I believe that presented with the same situation today. Maybe was unnecessary at that time. The democracy, grow, and then I make a count on myself because it will be senseless to the growth of our democracy. Yes, take position. Take position. Yes. That was when our chairman, agitator general, on the street. I say on hindsight. And if you're in democracy, grow now. What be able so high tempo comment, and none of supporters, they take it hook, line, and sinker. Nothing or more than and as we preach peace, look, Obi Okotwa baby, and I'll attribute this to Kwabene Japan. I say, look, after the first round of the presidential primaries, Obi Obeka say, and you induce no Okotwa, but it doesn't make sense because we could not polling booth more. Obi Ankosoni to vote a certain way or that way. But there are two things that I believe that we have to also watch. I've seen several polls. Now, all your strategists are. You also look at what will influence the voter on the day of election. If you want your friend dancer, be kwa kudie chebi. Pa okwa koto abana, ne bana na obi otifia no nko school no. Na sa akura no nya school konto be to aba of conscience. So send be am second one no so eba no. Me tuma we mu a obitimi aboa na manatinem. You have a government that's also telling you, okay, this candidate is promising me, say, me ye juma report. If me ye juma reporter, na papa ya osi ento abama no, Dr. Bawumia so me ba mpesa Ghana port near competitive to say sub-region. So in that case, men fane man ko fatugo. Nemo no de fa Ghana will be almost the same fees ne charges amitia. Some of the fees and levies are say ye now. He believes that you are transitioning to a point going forward from 2025 here. Me person me this kind of debate na me dia hwemu e dia kwakoto aba. But obe man a policy a maintain your person can I so person dem adwin dia agro. I heard former President Mahama on a store saying so be decongest Accra. In 2014,
it's like Gadang balance last time.
No quite on Senebea he will take some agencies out
of Accra.
In 2014, the same government that time was under President Mahama said so. There's a plan of my rolling out in conjunction with Quaker, the Korean International Agency, to decongest Accra. Now, by the end of 2014, that report will be ready for implementation. Fast forward now, you can only take these agencies of government out of the capital when even the access route out of Accra are being dualized and now you are opening up. Because I guess the same, the cost of doing business and the travel. Now look at the entry point to Accra from Dodoa Adenta. It's been dualized. Work has started. Contractor on site. Medofa Kaswa Winiba. The government is opening up. That's another entry point. Yes.
Oh, at long last.
At long last. Contractor on site.
At long last.
Medofa Pokwa. Yes.
Ya teacher contractors in Kwa ya teacher.
Accra MCC
time to complete.
Say me pick from Roman Reign. Chairman, drone.
And drone this is me transfer.
Yes, me pick from RR. As a Poki. Now them do offer chrome. Yeah, so the entry point and exit Mebao, they are being dualized and opening up. Once you're able to do that, Uber shorten the length of time and Nipane bank are being business. If you don't get the basic right, Uber could make another promise and it will be difficult. I've also heard on the campaign trail, the former president saying so, or no there, or bad this time around, or the private schools. The kind of free SHS.
Yeah, it's a very good idea.
That I find very interesting. You see, every policy there's a spirit and there's a letter. adwena e ko mu no ye the spirit of it. And another atop paper no so no na the letter na guide plain black and white. Same NDC in 2012, 2016 said President Mahama said he won't advise say yenko tie a desperate politician. So onko for free SHS mra entimi nya adwuma mra yen all the schools under trees. Fast forward in 2020, they still spoke against the free SHS. Say said there now mama ye wa hu kire mu no. This time there me ba mama me the private there na ne wo kra na ye kra no kwana ye dey money. Ah, yes, I didn't see a bejina. Yet, no, you're nice, you're tiapo. Into just this time, we say even Ghana 4-year debate now, but catch us be free SHS now, a year beer, but more opportunity between sweat to be. Maybe I don't hear the argument. Until once you are having that passionate conversation, Takwa Kwete say, Sabe, you're the arguing and maybe agro. It be I have heard many of the things being said on the campaign to me say. You put the politicians on the scale. If Adia Wunjin you cannot implement it. President Mahama said, say, if at the peril of his presidency, Krani Betu Abetiano, now you try the nursing training, teacher training, new free SHS one. See, at the end, say, such a mercy and then Tumpayana. Then all of a sudden, the very thing that he says, all the presidency, 2 line. And then the young Tuaban is no longer on the line, is something that you believe in. This election will be an interesting one. NPP will not go into this election on a Tim Didiasemo. We're going into this election with a surgical narrative. We have a candidate who has been an apprentice. Your candidate from the opposition side, he has had the opportunity to sit on the throne. He's been commander-in-chief to take decisions. When you were gifted with that, when we have that done, then we can go into it. What is the policy? Buying with the boy, buying taxes, revenue, then buying the baby boy. So these are the kind of things I'm a. And then, Chairman, lastly on the voters registration. I'm saying only Dr. Sribo Kwekuswaka Sabibre, or the back and forth of the messages. The good news is that we know voting. One duty ubiane se o cherish. Ebimo America, nanu bi. Some lost their lives fighting for voting right. Yeah. Nti nei e de ba be hye ye ma pon na wo ye nipa na wo bi a won soso no sebio wadu 18 fidu otwe eko. Na wo je di say wo soso no you want to be part of the decision making process. Because the future of Ghana is being decided on the ballot paper. Now, yet me on where we'll take, we'll go next. Chairman, on John Kumania, man. 1 minute pet, na see, may he so rest in peace.
Amen.
John was a fantastic gentleman. Now, Nipa, he was engaged in little or no controversy. May not on a board, so. He was on the governor of the National Lotteries. And then an extremely smart and intelligent young man. I believe, sir, he had the whole life ahead of him.
But we are senior there.
One of the young politicians, you could see future. I say, watch the back home from.
There we.
Chairman, IT studio henna yabeko. A time. Be back one pa, be back where we are, be back where you may.
I mean, now how from?
Chairman. I will do it preferable. This means I will do graveyard honor. I say, once you know. Because the word distorted the thought. It's the chairman.
And your radio super and come why am the man?
Chairman, for such a painful thing to happen.
Yeah, very painful.
The commentary and your poison way and your poison way. Chairman, it's despicable. even when I've been with him, we've been through a low moment, and this is not the time. The family, a grievy, because it was a painful, sudden. Just said before your very eyes, situation deteriorate in less than an hour. He's gone. And you said people quiet the next one. Kufia kofa oniema babet running chain. Your best friend, and how people who want to fuel it within the party. I think said the Ashanti Regional Party must act more responsibly in this matter, because he is our base. He ain't been from the group, and LBBI will make any kind of allegation. If we have evidence, Sama Chama won't even John Bayer. Never carbon we're in the north. Remember that guy ballot? There was around 11:30 p.m. And I don't think this whole point will be crazy. Until where we are adding on, then I say, we are far. I mean,
excuse me, it's the greatest conspiracy, political conspiracy in this country.
Chairman,
now, Mr. Miyamasa, you've been Muslim.
Chairman, I can tell you for a fact, sir, me Bushanfaka, me new be.
Yeah.
If means you be a near, not the wife. I mean, come on. Why? Now, when should bring to an end that kind of vow discussion on it? Now, how we can give our brother.